I've been dreaming on in my head like I've seen it. A life worth living is a life with meaning.
Hello everyone, welcome back again to my channel. My name is Oma, where I get to talk about study and moving to China. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about something very important, and I know this will be really helpful for a lot of students. So let's say you've applied and you have not gotten any feedback, you have not gotten admission letter, JW form, or even an invitation letter from your professor or supervisor. This video will guide you on what to do after this step. First, I'm going to be explaining what these documents are, okay? The admission letter is a letter that is given to you by the university. This letter is very important, and you need it before you even apply for your visa, or even before you even start anything. Though a lot of people get pre-admission letter, this is also good and this is also important, but it's not as important as the admission letter. What do I mean? You can actually get like a pre-admission letter and you would not get the admission letter. So it's very important for you to be more focused on getting the admission letter, not the pre-admission letter. Some of you have messaged me, emailed me, and you have told me that, oh, you've gotten the pre-admission letter. And I try to remind you and tell you guys that, yes, I know pre-admission letter is almost like hope, but I think a lot of universities give this to students who want to apply to type A because you're applying to like an agency, right? So if you're applying with an agency, you want to let the agency know that you have a high chance of getting an admission. So this agency don't want to come and then give you like an opportunity, maybe give you a scholarship, and then you get rejected from the university. So I think that's why the pre-admission letter is very good and very important. But if you're applying through type B, I think you should be more focused on the admission letter itself. And type B is the scholarship given to you by the university and not with any agency. So admission letter is very important before you can go ahead to actually apply for your visa. The next letter that we'll talk about is the invitation letter. So this letter is actually gotten from the supervisor. Why do they give you invitation letter? This is to show that you are highly qualified and you've already gotten a supervisor. So in China, I don't think that most schools ask for this, but this is really helpful, especially when there's a competition, especially for CSC. With an invitation letter, you have a high chance of getting the scholarship. But some people don't get invitation letters, so let's talk about something else, which leads me to the JW form. The JW form is either like the JW 201 or the JW 202 form. So this form is given to you by the immigration office. It's also very important, and I think that you need this for your visa application. I don't think I know. Okay, you need this form for your visa application. Let's just look at this document like a visa form, because for me, I always look at the JW as a document that you need because it is actually Chinese telling you, yes, we have given you permission to come to our country. If your country accepts, we have given you permission to come to our country. That's how I actually see the JW form. A lot of times for my clients, will go as much as helping them to get the admission letter, but the JW form, sometimes some of my clients do not get this, to be honest. And I know that it's not something I want to talk about, but it is actually the fault of the clients because they never tell us the full information, or they do not tell us the full story or their full history. For example, maybe now a client comes to us that we should help them to apply for their admission, and after we finish applying, they did not give us the information that they have been to China before, right? Some of those students, they've been to China before, and maybe they didn't like the university, or they got another opportunity and they just left the university, forgetting that everything is in the record of China system. So now if you don't let us know this, how can we help you? Because in China, if you just leave like that with no reason, you need to actually like collect like a letter, you know, to cancel your admission. It's not nice for you to just go like that without like informing your university or anything like that. So you need to cancel your admission before you actually go. If not, it's going to affect you when you're coming back again to China, or when you're trying to get admission to another university, because a lot of universities, they go back to actually check about you. They go back to know what your past is in China and everything. Some universities even go ahead and calling your previous university just to find out information about you, because they just don't want to bring in any students to the school that will cause any trouble or anything like that. So they'll do a lot of investigation to know more about you. So that's why it's very, very important for you to actually finish your education. And if you feel like you cannot finish, cancel your education properly so that you don't have issues in future. So let's talk about why you may not have received these 3 documents, because I feel like this is important. The first reason is because maybe your application is still under review. Yes, I have some of my clients that up to now their application is still under review, and it's so funny because you'll be thinking that, oh, July should be like the time that you're supposed to have gotten like an admission letter or something like that. But some people, maybe they are still like doing their investigation about you and it's still taking a lot of time. So yes, you are still under review. But let me just tell you one thing with China. I feel from August, if your application is still under review, just remove your mind from it, because a lot of universities have gone on break right now from July, August. A lot of universities, they've already gone on break. And one thing about China, they like to finish everything before they go ahead for this vacation. They like to work and finish up everything before they go for the break. So if there's any university that is still like functioning now and everything, just know that maybe they are still looking for more students and that's why they are still in section. But most universities have already closed, okay? The second reason why I feel like maybe you didn't get the document is because maybe the supervisor did not recommend you. A lot of supervisors, you can go ahead, send them emails, whatever, and because you have not gotten any recommendation from them, maybe they don't like your background or they feel like your background does not suit their experience or whatever, so they won't send you like an invitation letter. So this is something that you also need to know. If your supervisor recommends you, then you get an invitation letter from your supervisor. The third reason why I feel like you have not gotten any of these letters is because you were not nominated by the CSC. So if the CSC did not nominate you, if they did not give you any offer, then the university will not go ahead to start sending you any admission letter, except you're going to fund yourself. But even though while you are doing your application, you already put it there that you're applying through CSC. So if you're applying through like self-sponsor or something like that, maybe yes, you may get like an admission letter. But if you're applying through CSC, there's a high chance that you will not get like an admission letter. So this is something that I feel like you also need to know. And sometimes it's also because maybe the school is behind schedule. Some school, they are very, very busy because maybe they got a lot of students and they are behind schedule, they are overwhelmed, so it's take a lot of time before maybe you're gonna get like any response. So you don't have to be like scared. I got my admission letter around August ending. Yes, and I know so many other of my friends that got their admission letter around August ending. So as much as I tell you guys that okay, a lot of schools are on vacation right now, I still feel like there's still hope for a lot of students. Students like me got our admission around August ending, so there's still hope for you to get your admission too. Okay, I'm gonna be telling you what to do, don't worry, just watch the end of this video. Another reason why I feel like you have not gotten any of these letters is because the university, they have limited slots. You know, every year some universities, they are giving like slots, and sometimes because of the amount of students that apply for that year, sometimes it's always very, very difficult for them to like give a lot of students opportunities, and also the amount of scholarship that are available for that year is what ensure that they'll be able to give scholarships to students. So let's say now your university have like limited slots for students. There's a high chance you will not get any feedback from them. You will not get like a scholarship from them. So this is also very, very important for you. I feel like you should try your best to understand that this year, as much as I've been saying it since last year, that this year was going to be a different year. Oh my god, it blew my mind, to be honest. I've been telling you guys, preparing you guys, like this year is going to be tough, tough, tough. Nobody prepared me to how tough it was really, really going to be. And to be honest, because I'm always like in front of the students, I know what is going on with you guys. I feel like it got to me at some point that I almost didn't want to talk about CSC anymore, because I was so angry with the situation that I was seeing with a lot of students. And somehow I know that there were still a lot of students who had gotten, because I had gotten some messages and emails from you guys that have gotten, but for those people who had not gotten, there were so many of you guys. So it really, really discouraged me, and I started asking myself, okay, what's the future about studying in China? I started seeing that, okay, maybe there are not like a lot of slots for scholarship opportunities. Do I want to keep talking about this? And just because I still get a lot of messages from you guys, I think that's one of the things that made me to say, okay, you know what, as much as there are some students I didn't get, that shouldn't discourage me, because I got, and there were some students that didn't get, right? And there's some students that have gotten scholarship just by watching my videos. So let me still come and continue talking about this, okay? And that reason why I feel like you have not gotten any of these letters is because you did not follow up on time. What do I mean? Let's say now you have submitted and you're waiting for your admission letter and everything, you need to still follow up with the university. You need to still ask them questions, because sometimes the university, maybe they will even send you a message and be like, oh, we need this document, or we need that, or you need to get a professor. They might tell you something and you may not have seen it on time, and you may not have responded on time. This is a high chance of you not even getting like the scholarship, because they will feel like, okay, you're not serious. We messaged you, we asked you to do something, and you have not actually responded to us. So you actually need to try your best to always check your email, check and know what they're asking you to bring, know what they're telling you to do, try to follow up on time. It's important. Another reason why I feel like you have not gotten these letters, because probably like you have not submitted all your documents. Your documents are not complete. All your documents need to be complete. I mean, this is something that you have supposed to have prepared like a long time. I always prep you guys about the documents. Though I'm gonna do videos about this so that it can help you. So try and make sure that you're always updated with my videos. And another reason why I feel like you did not get the letter is because of your professor or your supervisor. Maybe you message your supervisor and your supervisor responded with you and say, oh yes, I've accepted you, blah blah blah, and then you did not get any letter, you did not get any confirmation, nothing. It's just with words that he accepted you. This is not good enough, because you need to ensure that your supervisor accepts you with an invitation letter. And if he doesn't have like time to write a letter, you can write like a draft and send to him, where he just have to like put his signature, or he can just send his signature to you and you just put in the letter. It is not good for you to actually like just get a yes without any letter to attach to that yes. I hope I make sense. So this is also something that you actually need to think about, okay? So let's talk about the most important one: what to do after you have not gotten any letter. The first thing you want to do is try to follow up with respect, okay? So I know that yes, sometimes these schools, they hardly have the time to respond, but you can just give it a try. And I think there's also the difficulty of the language, whereby if you even message them, sometimes they don't even have that strength to start reading your big English. But anyway, this is actually a polite follow-up email that you can use. You can just say, oh dear Professor Wang, I hope this message finds you. I'm writing to inquire about the status of my application. I have not yet received my admission letter. I've not received my JW form. Please can you let me know if there's any updates. Try to be, just make it short and make it respectful. Don't bombard them with too many messages. This will really help to get like a feedback, especially when you're sending a message to your professor. This leads me to the next thing that you need to do. Try to email the right people. Let's say now you email like your professor or your supervisor and then you don't even get any response from him. Try to email your international office or the graduation office. This will really help, because sometimes these professors, they are very busy, but at least the international office, this is their job to actually solve the problems of the students, so definitely they'll reach out to you. Okay, so leading me to the next thing to do, please try to ask for clarification. Okay, you want to be clear. You want to ensure that you are direct. You're not beating around the bush. You want to find out what's happening. Did I get it? Did I not get it? Was I nominated for the CSC Scholarship? Or, I mean, please try to be very direct with your questions and what you want to know. Ask them, will I be receiving the admission letter? Will I be receiving the JW form? Yes or no? You need to get a rejection letter. And I know this might be like painful, but you need to know if you have gotten it or not, so that you can move forward. Not that you just be there and there's no response, there's nothing, you don't even know your fate. So this is the reason you are messaging the university, to know what is really going on. Though there are some university, rather than break your heart and send you rejection letters, they'll just ignore you. But you need to ask, okay? And try to apply to more schools. So if a school is silent for too long, please, time is running out and you may not have opportunity again for the next round of applications. So my advice for you is to always try to apply to so many schools as possible. You don't need to be focused on just the CSC scholarship. You can actually apply to like just the university scholarships and you can actually get opportunity. So some of you guys, you apply to just one school, you're not getting any feedback, you're not getting anything, and you just relaxed. Why are you relaxed? Is it because of you don't want to go and pay for another police clearance? You don't want to pay for another medicals? I remember like some of my clients, I'll tell them try to apply to other schools and they'll be like, oh, will I have to now pay for another police clearance? Will I pay for another hospital bills? I know that this is money, but this is like an offer of a lifetime. The moment you get the admission, it changes your life. So if you can actually just make a little payment, I think this will really help you go far. You can also ask your supervisor for help. So let's say you have not gotten any feedback from a university, you can reach out to the supervisor, you can ask him for help, ask him what's going on, that you have not yet gotten any response from the school. This would help you to actually further know what step to take. Some supervisors, so when you message them, they will actually message the university, because I mean they can easily reach out to the international office on your behalf, especially if they really want you, right? So they can actually reach out to the international office on your behalf. So let's say it's around August and you have not gotten any feedback, you have not gotten anything, you were not accepted, you were not selected. I mean, you are probably like feeling like, okay, you know what, does this mean like I'm not good enough? What does this actually mean? I feel like it means that you can try again, but maybe you need to try earlier. You need to ensure that you are smart with every application. Sometimes you may have the best result, and maybe the way you apply may not be so good. So this is very important. Okay, and this will lead me to just talking about how to avoid this in future. So in case you would want to do the application again and you really want to be accepted, you don't want like all these like delays, please apply on time, at least from October, or let's just say December. You should be applying, you should apply on time, and don't rely on just one school, because if you just rely on one school and then this school does not accept you, it's gonna be heartbreaking. So you want to apply to like 3 to 5 universities or more. To be honest, you want to apply to so many universities, though some universities always ask for like application fee. I understand this. Maybe you can just put your focus on the universities that do not accept application fee or whatever, and try to prepare all your documents. Try to save your documents, print screenshots, record every response. Whatever you can do, try and ask your questions early. You can always use the support services that they have. Like, you can always contact me too to help you, to assist you, because we do a lot of application for students. And if you even want to apply for like the Chinese scholarship, because the Chinese scholarship is actually available right now, you can actually DM me or you can email me. You can actually check down below for my contact details and I will be able to help you. Okay, so guys, I know that you may feel overwhelmed right now. I know you may be asking a lot of questions, you may be confused, you don't know like the next step. I've actually seen a lot of students in this position, but I just want to let you know one thing. Because you have not gotten a response does not mean that you have not gotten an admission. Okay, so after you have done all these things I have explained, you can even decide to defer next year and do your application next year. You can reach out to us to help you to do your application. There's so many opportunities for you. We have been able to help a lot of students get admission, and yes, some of them panicked and everything, but we're able to help them get admission and also get the JW form. Try as much as possible to apply next year moving forward. Okay, thank you guys for watching this video. If you have any question, leave it down below. You can also check contact details if you want to message me for any consultation, and I can have a one-on-one consultation with you talking about the CSC scholarship. I'm talking about how to like study and move to China. I can actually guide you on this. Please do well to like this video, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.